Hi, I'm Reese.
And I'm Sophie.
And welcome to part 9 of our Evil Within commentary series. I was about to say 8 again, but we've just finished recording that.
Yeah, we finished recording 8 and we're on chapter 6.
Yes, just starting chapter 6.
So halfway through the game?
Roughly, yeah.
Roughly, yeah.
I think it was 14 or 15 chapters the game all in all, so yeah.
I feel like we've covered a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot to cover in terms of answers, but we've killed 2 baddies. And they were quite big ones in like all the game trailers and game playthroughs, so I'm not really sure what to expect now.
Well, as I say, it was there is a very story-heavy chapter coming up, so
I'm looking forward to that because I
want
want to
answers.
know. I'm fed up of going, what? At the end of every video. I'm sure you all are too, so. Oh, another interlude with the doctors. I mean, they look too old, as in like old-fashioned, to be the real world. If we were put in a mental hospital, that is.
And that doesn't look dodgy at all.
Yeah.
Just reminds me of Dead Space. Stick a needle in your eye.
I thought you were going to turn it to a song. I don't know why. I was expecting another verse.
Startled you?
Did they do something to my head?
You don't look well. You should take better care of yourself.
That box on the table is very important, is it not?
Does it look familiar from some other gameplay footage you might have seen?
It looks like a baddie who has a box head. But it's a safe, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, you're not going to look at the newspaper?
I will do. I think I'll go back to it. Just, you know, after I've done
Upgrades.
and saving the game.
And we can't go through any of the mirrors because we destroyed the brain device.
Well, yeah, the way the last chapter ended, it was very final and there's nothing actively going on there. So the mirrors are inactive. We can't use them to transition anywhere else.
What do you mean by inactive? Is it because we killed everything?
Well, the way it ended last time is we had that experience in that room and then we just woke up here. We didn't go through a mirror to get here.
That is true. A bit like when we went off the hill
So
in the ambulance.
Yeah.
Because the world was changing but there was nothing going on in the world. Church floor collapses. No injuries, witnesses say. Miracle. Biggest church scandal to date. Floor of Cedar Hill Church collapses during renovations. Parishioner says it was a miracle. No one was injured. Is that the parishioner who was also the head of a cult and went crazy?
Yeah, that title
and
has come up.
And why is that
now.
a church scandal? Because the floor fell in? Maybe it was just mould.
Mould?
Mould. Mould makes things fall.
Of all explanations.
So are we going to create our own world here if there's nothing going on in Dream World?
No, we transition in a different way, which is why I didn't examine this earlier.
Because you knew it would be a transition.
Yeah, this is the last part that I actually played through my friend before doing the recording, so after midway through this chapter, it becomes a blind playthrough again. And there's your hole in the floor that you were just reading
From
about.
the church? It's not a very big hole. I thought the whole church had just collapsed. There's something coming out of that hole. So whose mind are we going into now? The parishioners? Wait, you know I said Boxhead
Yes.
was an enemy. We were just looking at a safe full of photos.
Yeah.
And one of those photos was about the church, which the parishioner was involved in. So is the parishioner one of the 3 main patients that I was talking about? And it will be Boxhead, the next enemy we come across.
Dum dum dum.
But if we destroy Boxhead...
Good way of putting all the pieces together. And
Ah, there's a wheelchair!
What was that sound?
Why is there a moving wheelchair? And where's our lady who just makes us feel that bit safer, even though she's creepy? But she's always manning the desk, you know, she is good at her job.
she's not manning the desk anymore.
That's because I can't see anything. I can't look. What is that? Oh, it's just that.
It's just where the
Are
music
you looking
comes
for the
from.
mirror? Why are you running to the lobotomy chair? Do you think it will be safe in here? Or are you just going to upgrade?
I was just looking at it to see if it was still active. I was just like, what's going on? Am I still in my safe place? This does not feel very
Well,
safe.
you're running quite fast. You obviously feel a bit safe. This does not look safe. Don't go in that door. None of the mirrors are active. You're walking into cockroaches. Didn't she lead us there last time it went weird?
I think she did actually, yeah, she came
She was
here.
covered in blood. She is important. Is that Myra? His wife?
No.
No.
No, he would respond to her if it was his wife.
Yeah. Kids. We just heard kids playing.
And can I just say, was that ever there before?
No. Which means we're remembering more? What have we got against cockroaches? To be fair, everyone's got something against cockroaches. I love how your first thought is run into the closest room because the corridor's shaking. No, I don't like it. Box face!
Are we calling him Box Face then, not Box Head, or Safe Head, or anything along
To be
those
fair, I was scared, so I just blurted out whatever was in my mind at the time.
Are we not going
I
back?
feel like Safe Head would make him sound too safe.
Safe Head!
Too cuddly. So we'll go with Box Head. Box Face if I get angry with him. Because face just sounds more aggressive.
Well, I'm sure he's going to kill me a lot, so we will be getting annoyed with him at some point.
Okay. Box Head is not the best baddie name, I have to admit. I'm sure I'll come up with something more inventive.
Just give it time.
But then again, Chainsaw Man, Spider Woman, well, spider legs. Is it Leslie?
Leslie.
Leslie.
Is pulsating.
What does it all mean?
Sebastian? Sebastian?
What's on his face?
Sebastian?
He's gonna have no face. Called that.
Yeah, that bit was in the trailers, if I remember correctly.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was in several of the trailers that they did.
And he was a mirror and we went for his face.
And we were looking at a mirror that is now smashed.
So Leslie's compatible with Ruvik.
In some way.
Maybe Ruvik is using Leslie's mind to fuel this world because he can't fuel it on his own. Because Ruvik in his recording said that he could never go within his own mind. But
Well,
everyone
he said
else...
he wasn't affected the same way as other
Yeah,
people. Because,
but he could shape everyone in his image, but everyone else, he couldn't shape himself. I don't know what that
well, why
meant.
would he want to shape himself? No, it was more like everyone else was breaking down, but he didn't. He was staying fully aware. That's what he was saying, if I remember correctly.
So maybe Leslie also stays fully aware. But why would he want that?
What importance or significance would that have?
I'm so confused. Why are we just walking around perfectly fine? Are we just...
Are we perfectly fine? Would you say what's happened to us has been perfectly fine?
Well, no.
Can I just say that
we're
we're
the
playing
only
a horror
one
game.
fighting, and it's
Yeah.
sunny.
It's sunny. We're playing a horror game and it's sunny.
That's why I feel like we're in Leslie's mind right now. Because we just saw Leslie, didn't we?
You can also see the lighthouse in the distance.
Yep, that whole significant. There's a lot of birds though. This is very Alfred Hitchcock.
Chapter 6.
Losing
Places
grip on
the
ourselves.
photographs.
So we're going mad at this point. We're going to turn to barbed wire face if we're not lucky.
If we're not lucky.
I mean, if we're lucky, we might be a different enemy. No. But I feel like we're in Leslie's mind because we just looked at him, and I feel like this is Leslie trying to exert his power in the world. Because look, it's lovely, happy sunshine, but there's still derelict buildings, which suggests that he hasn't got complete power over the world.
I don't know if you were looking though at those photos that he was examining before he transitioned
It was
here.
this place.
It was this place.
What significance does the monastery have? The floor coming in?
It will be. It will all be shown.
You're so ominous when you talk about it. I have to admit, when it is sunny, you never feel as scared as when it's dark.
No, it's always a thing, isn't it, in horror games?
I
They just
wonder
don't
why
work.
we're so afraid of the dark.
Primal thing, maybe?
Mm.
That's just generally how horrors work. They work off primal fears. And everyone, to some degree, has a fear of when things are dark.
Generally, because I guess it's if you can't see something, you're more scared of it than if you can see it.
Yeah.
For me,
Fear
it's,
of the unknown. You can't
yeah,
see in the dark.
It's
Can't.
noises for me. If there's a weird noise, I can't handle it. So what was your aim here, apart from trying to kill yourself by jumping off the top?
I think I was trying to suss out if there was any significance to the random boxes hanging from the ceiling.
But there wasn't.
I was trying to figure out if maybe I could smash them, but I didn't want to waste a bullet. Because I was thinking maybe there's one of those statues with the keys inside. That's what I was thinking at the time.
It's a nice sunset, isn't it?
I've got to say, you know, in going back to kind of the game on a technical level, it shows that the game engine can actually do these really pretty scenes.
Mm.
Sure, there's derelict, half-destroyed buildings and that in them, but...
Seriously though, those cobbles. Brilliant.
Unlike certain other horror games of the past.
Silent Hill Homecoming. What? I didn't say anything.
Again, there's one of those boxes that was hanging on the ceiling in the other building.
And you can smash them.
Yeah, so I bet I did miss one.
Does that... You might go back.
I don't go back.
Oh look, there's a key.
There's one there, yeah.
So that's why you don't go back.
That's why I didn't go back.
So I doubt there's two that close together.
I've only got 3 matches at this point.
Where did they all go?
I must have used them during the fight with spider legs and...
Spider legs. Yeah, things with 8 legs, that creeps out a lot of people, including myself.
Does she have 8 legs or does she have 6?
I have no idea, but she looked like a spider. Gunshots.
We're not alone.
I'm guessing that's one of your partners. They're the only 2 people with guns. They also seem to be fighting the good fight like ourselves.
They
Maybe...
seem to know more about what's going on than we do.
Yeah, maybe not Joseph. I feel like Joseph is really ground down at this point. There you go, case in point. He's lying on the floor. Having a nap.
Are you all right? My head wouldn't stop buzzing. It felt like it was about to crack open. But now it's like I'm starting to get used to it.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
The woman's always been used to it.
No.
How long has she
Next
been in
thing
this
I knew, I
world
was
to
here.
get that used to it?
I must have blacked out, or maybe I turned again.
Box face?
Inside. Let's go.
Nope, just lots of less significant monsters.
Zombies. Another bomb.
Another one?
The bomb diffusion squad.
So good that we bumped into him just as
I
we were
know,
about to stumble
I
across
know.
one of those locked doors.
Why are they throwing fire? I thought they didn't like fire. That's just stupid. It's a stupid tactic. I've seen this briefly from some
Oh, have you? They
gameplay.
showed this bit.
Well, not him doing the doors, but just him running around this section.
Oh, okay.
Because you said,
Yeah.
briefly at the beginning, that the madness had started before they arrived at the mental hospital.
Because they heard the buzzing when they were in the car to it.
Yeah, so how do we know that they haven't been in this world for a lot longer than they can remember?
Well, I was thinking that. I was thinking
Because
maybe...
she couldn't hear the buzzing, and he says, I'm getting used to it now. So maybe he won't be able to hear the buzzing soon. So maybe she's just been here for a really long time. I don't know. I don't know, Reese.
Well, if she's been there for a long time, where have the other 2 been in that time?
Not connected? Because from his logs, he only remembers having a partner, which was his wife. Oh, then again, no, he remembers Joseph, but he never remembers Kidman yet.
And you're assuming that the diaries don't come right up to the modern day.
Yeah. I think you're gonna die.
Let's go.
No. Why aren't you moving?
Because that bit stops you so you can see that everything collapses behind you.
I see. This would be a good time.
So stop and
Heal.
let it heal yourself.
Oh yeah, I wondered why you were just hanging around.
I was
Wait,
waiting
heals
until
you,
it
doesn't
hit to that
Yeah.
point, so then I would use my healing and it wouldn't be wasted. Got to use these game mechanics to your advantage.
Auto heal. I love the way you manage to maneuver around the enemies. It is quite cool.
I've always done that though. I used to do that on Resident Evil as well, didn't I?
Yeah, just walking through them casually, like nothing's happening.
Because you remember when I used to sidestep it on Resident Evil 5 when they used to throw things and you'd laugh at me?
Yeah, because you would just casually sidestep out the way.
Good times.
Oh, whoa! Sorry, I didn't know what that was.
You hold them off.
It's a priest, isn't it? Or a monk. You've got a new enemy here. The monk enemy.
Yeah. Oh, I got myself caught in that one. That's not good.
Or are you going to die?
I'm concerned I might, because I can't remember how this went. I do remember this part being very difficult.
It's tense.
It is.
It's very tense watching this. Generally because you're picking up brain juice, but I can still hear zombies. You're just taking your time.
Why would I do that?
Sebastian, let's go.
Why would you do that?
Wow.
But you got away with it.
Mad skills.
Let's rest for a minute. We can't keep going at this pace.
I think we've got to get out of this place as fast as we can.
Again,
about the
stating
tower,
the
then?
obvious.
Might be able to get a lay of the land. Anything's got to be better than staying here.
I think there's a door nearby. Just because I can hear the music.
Yeah.
Sniper rifle.
Sniper rifle.
How often does that get used by you?
By me,
Not often.
not often. You know me, I'm not really a sniper
No.
rifle person, but I do use it.
So the mirrors are just in the rubble.
Yep.
How much longer am I needed here?
How much longer is she needed here?
As if she's like the one pulling us back. As if she's the one. I got the impression of it's like she's the one who's putting the mirrors there almost. Like she's the one who
Yeah,
calls us
making
back.
sure that we survive.
Or that we have a way back.
But this world state crumbles now and again.
Mm-hmm.
But she's always walking away from it when it's crumbling. Which makes me think she's trying to sustain this world, but it's not gonna last much longer. She is the keeper of the desk.
Alright, so back in this world, I do the usual stuff. I save the game, I go and do my upgrades in the good old lobotomy chair.
You're running low on brain juice.
I always try and keep about 5,000, 10,000 left, just so I can do any emergency upgrades if need be.
Ah, that's a good idea.
Just in case I come across a part in the game where I think I could really do with some more, I don't know, shotgun power, or... I told you about the health trick, didn't I? Where if I upgrade the health, it will fill up my health bar if I've got no healing, so I've always kept some brain juice spare in case I ever had to use that.
You know what, I sometimes forget that you can stealth in this game. You know, because recently
It's been all...
quite actiony. But he's got a crossbow.
Yeah, they're getting weapons now.
I wonder why that is. Do you think that's because this world's getting stronger? It's resolved, so the enemies become stronger? Because Sebastian's losing the will to keep
Interesting
fighting,
theory, yeah.
and that's why they're getting harder, because he's losing the strength.
Good theory.
They're putting pressure on him.
Notice the door.
There's 2 crosses on it.
It's a very similar symbol to... The one you've been seeing knocking about.
I wouldn't say it's that similar.
I thought it was.
Because that was like 2 crosses, and the other one's more like a kite. I don't know.
A kite.
But I'll take your lead on this one because you've played the game.
No, it's just an analogy that I made, but again, I could be wrong. I'm not gonna lie, I just thought he was an enemy then.
You know what? I was about to go, why is that zombie running at us? And why don't you set off the bomb?
So discriminative.
I know. Clearly those bombs aren't there for him.
Just so I can pick up an extra arrow there. A harpoon bolt.
I still don't think this world is being created by Ruvik. It's completely different to the previous levels.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's bright, there's not much blood around, if you've noticed.
Yeah.
It's not raining. I don't know.
I see what you mean in that regard. It's very different aesthetically.
Oh, blood. Just as I said, there was no blood. What is that? Arrows? They're shooting arrows at us now.
Now I have to use the sniper rifle.
Of course, they force you to use your new weapon.
Oh.
I thought you were dead then.
I thought I was dead then too. Annoying enemies throwing.
Who's throwing the fire?
One of the ones over there on that side with our partner, with Joseph. I need to hotkey that. But now they're not shooting arrows at us.
Good shot.
We won't stand a chance if we don't take out those other guns.
But wasn't necessary.
It just means that you don't have to keep taking cover from them firing arrows at you. I don't think you have to progress, but I remember it was just really annoying that...
Oh, that was close.
Yeah.
I still want to know who's placing these bombs everywhere. No, it's my main concern here.
Who put them there in the first place?
They're the Antizo one. Oh.
Stealth fail. Oh dear. Where did they come from? What was our partner do? What's Joseph messing about at?
It didn't even let you know.
He's just like, yeah, there's enemies there.
You were like stealth fail and then got you got attacked by like 5 men from behind. It's crazy. Oh.
I don't know if I killed him in all fairness.
I was going to say, I don't know if he's dead.
That wasn't a critical, explosive headshot.
It was not. But you're still going to linger on the bridge anyway.
Well, you can hear it, can't you? You can hear it when they open the...
Shutters.
Yeah, to start shooting at you.
That was a good headshot. Casually just avoiding the axe there. In Reese fashion.
Yeah. I don't know what the significance of the masks is either.
Maybe he has a fear of clowns.
Who doesn't?
Oh, I'm sorry. That head. That needed to go.
Did he just have like no brain, just cobwebs in his head?
Yeah. I mean, you say that about a lot of people in life, but you don't think it's true.
You don't think you're actually going to see it.
Boom.
Oh no, it made me waste my axe.
So Joseph's got a bigger axe than us, but he doesn't have insta-kill. I wonder how he feels about that. It's not size that matters.
It's how you use it. again. These jokes.
I'm sorry. You just gotta ease the pressure. He's got terrible aim, hasn't he?
Are you alright?
Whoa, Joseph, that was a bit close with the axe, wasn't it?
I'd like to just put down half the damage I've took down to Joseph swinging an axe at my gut.
What was he thinking? Monk!
Monk.
Zombie monk!
Oh, they make a funny noise when they die.
He was screaming long after he hit the ground. Oh, he's still alive.
And I'm
Picking up the brain juice.
I thought there was brain juice there because he was dead.
I can sense you're worrying right now about the enemies.
Yeah, I sort of have no health. And I'm dead.
Good effort though, Reese. It seems to be a common theme that the brain juice
Causes my demise. So, just skipping through a little bit of my... I think it was another failed attempt. This is my third attempt now at this section. Well, that was just rude.
It's always monks. They're quite a vicious enemy.
Making sure Joseph doesn't die there.
What do you think about the companion element that Evil Within has brought in recently? Less scary? More scary?
Well, the thing is, they've not tried to do any horror sequences really while you've been in the pair with him. I think...
Yes, it's very much action orientated when you have a partner.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what the director of the game always manages to do. He did the same for Resident Evil.
Yes.
He's very much about action and then those moments where you're scared and then more action.
Because the last segment that we were with Joseph through was the part where I was in that room where all the zombies were like asleep on the beds. And then they woke up when I tried to get, I think it was ammo from one of the boxes from the cabinet. I'd say it was still quite suspenseful at that point, but it's not horror in the same way. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. But I'd say those sections are more suspenseful than anything. Oh.
Here comes Joseph.
Oh no, Joseph's just going to fall off the bridge.
What just happened?
I have no idea.
He just decided to jump off the bridge. Oh, you're getting brain juice? Did it ever occur to you that he can't hang there forever?
I didn't actually know where he was.
Getting tough.
Oh, you got an achievement for it.
That's why he jumped off the bridge. He wanted me to get that achievement, evidently.
What a helpful NPC. I still don't know how he fell off that bridge.
I don't. He just kind of teleported there.
He was coming to save us and then jumped off the bridge. Oh my god, that zombie just phased through Joseph. Mad skills. He's got glass all in him.
That's a lot of glass in him.
You're not taking any chances with that.
I don't want him grabbing me. I'll be cut to shreds.
He had a torch in his hand though.
Oh no,
You know what, that was quite shameful.
That was a bad shot.
I bet you wish you'd cut that out. So, you said you didn't know why they were wearing masks, so you obviously don't find out why. The significance of that enemy.
I've never really... No, I don't remember actually ever getting a plain explanation to that. It was just like they have masks to be annoying, so when you get headshots it doesn't kill them, not that it kills them anyway. I don't know what happened there. I hope Joseph stopped trying to hit me with his axe.
Yes! And it looks like we're safe for the time being. I would have healed Joseph. But as usual, you're after the brain juice. I don't think it's a bad thing that you want to level up your character so badly, but it does get in the way.
Yeah. just not... Oh, Joseph's being chased by Axeman.
Do you have any first aid?
You're gonna let Joseph die again.
No. But I don't know what I'm doing at the moment.
You're climbing Joseph, apparently. And that's all I'm gonna say.
There we are. You were asking before about glitches. There's just a few small ones like that.
That was a pathetic attempt by both of you. None of you actually hit him. Alright, so where do you go from here?
Well, their ultimate goal was to get up on that tower, wasn't it? So they could get a good view of where they were.
Ah, yeah.
So,
But it looks like you're going down.
well, it was,
Down to get up?
yeah. And like I say, this is again probably another example of the glitches that I found. How am I meant to get that brain juice? Which really bugged me, as you can imagine.
Yes, because when you kill the enemies for those kind of rewards and you can't get them, it's annoying.
Notice that you're getting some new type of enemies though at the minute.
Yeah, I feel like it's because we're in a new area. He was fast.
Yeah, that was just also quite bad aim. It's the only downside sometimes playing these games with controllers instead of keyboard and mouse.
They're a lot slower.
Yeah, just when you have to aim at things that are moving, an analog stick doesn't work as well as a mouse. I've always had a preference for keyboard and mouse in that regards, but there's also something about controller that's just more fluid for certain types of games, and I'd say this is one of them. Because I wouldn't want to have to be running away from these enemies and sidestepping axes
With a
while
keyboard
using...
and mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually get the W and the E key confused.
Oh yeah.
Especially for playing in the dark. But,
Keyboards with backlit keys.
that's your answer.
And that's what you want.
Or thinner fingers in my case. So I don't keep pressing two keys at once.
So it looks like I've cleared out most of the enemies at this point. I'm just trying to get that last guy on the weapon thing.
Yeah, he's not coming out anytime soon, is he? There he is. Good shot.
That was a good shot.
That was a good shot.
I'm glad I got that one on camera. On recording.
You can brag about it now for a while.
Yes.
You remember that shot? The headshot I did. There we go.
Uh-oh.
Wait! But we killed him! Bet you don't want to hit him with your torch. He's a bit too sharp for that kind of...
I managed to do it though.
You managed to do it.
So yeah, I didn't want to say this before, but when we've killed them in those kind of big appearances, they are not gone.
They make other appearances.
Because if you remember, when we killed him, he like dissolved and went into Rubik.
He did.
So it's like he returned to being part of them.
Did Spider Legs dissolve into Rubik? She didn't.
She didn't know, but we didn't.
So
win.
Spider Legs just gone. Oh, I don't know if you'll make it.
I don't. I'm worried I might die.
Oh, we've all seen this before.
So on to attempt number 2.
You did that so calmly.
I have confidence in my skills sometimes.
To be fair, I want to know why you're using the sniper rifle.
It's usually a high damage weapon in most of the games, isn't it? Even though
Yeah.
it's a long range one, it's usually got more attack power. Well, there goes that barrel of flammable stuff.
Yeah, I could see you're thinking that you were going to kick that at him, but
Yeah.
you kind of knocked it off now, didn't you? He's so fast.
Yeah. This is... Oh, gosh, that was
quick.
much quicker than I thought it was.
I mean, I thought this wasn't in Ruvik's mind. I thought we might
be
be in
careful.
Leslie's or something.
Could be full of them.
But clearly, Maybe not, because that's his monster. But they're never dead. Well, that's a horrible thought. That means Spider Legs is around somewhere.
It's not the last you've seen of good old Spider Legs.
I think she's worse than Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
It's never nice seeing the big baddies, though, when you think you killed them.
No. No, I just didn't want to rain on your parade too early when you were talking about that before.
I know that we'd killed them so early on in the game.
The elevator is stopped at the top. Let's look for another way up.
Stay in office. And I think there's a mirror nearby.
Yep, there's our music to salvation.
Oh, madness.
This is what the holdup was.
Is that a dead person?
Yeah, just stuck in the elevator. They handily give you some matches with which to burn them.
It's very nice of them.
Can't smash those ones.
No, I think they've got reinforced steel around. But that is the mental hospital sign.
Yeah, I can.
That means that the mental
now.
hospital has to have like mad significance.
Yeah,
I think he's a mental patient.
All right, Soph, I nominate you to read.
Oh, okay. 8 months since Myra and I were married, and you, little Lily, are the result of our love. I can't wait for 2 months to pass so that I can finally meet you. But I must admit that I'm scared. I've faced countless dangers in my job, but knowing that I'm going to be a dad is the scariest thing of all. I promise to love you and to protect you with every fibre of my being as long as I am in this world. I will enter this stage of my life the same way I do every important task, with a full heart and the desire to do the best that I can. Just know that your mother and I love you already and cannot wait to welcome you into this sometimes harsh world.
And there we are, May 17th, 2006.
So he's going to be a father?
Yeah, so he's got a child.
Where's Lily now?
Where is Lily now?
Then again, she wasn't with him on the job, so I guess she's not here, but...
Well, they're not partners now in the field, are they, since they got together? They said that in a previous diary. And there we go, our passage into, can we call it a sanctuary still, after some of the weirdness that's gone on there?
I feel like it's a sanctuary, but a very delicate one.
And then notice we're just staring at the picture.
Oh, where we just came through.
But, just look at the table.
It's clean.
What's missing?
The box. Well, the safe.
Yeah.
Is it because Boxhead has taken it?
He's taking his head back.
He's taking his head back. I love it. Check my weapons. You obviously noticed that was missing straight away.
It was a bit unnerving, especially seeing as we actually saw him up and moving about in the last sort of transition.
Yes, we did. And she's not come to greet us this time.
She hasn't.
She always comes to greet us.
Got no keys. And so many safes or lockboxes. Right, I think with this episode being about 40 minutes long, we shall leave it there.
Yeah, it's been a strange ride, this one. It feels very different to the previous levels.
This one's been much more, bright and action-oriented, I'd say.
Yeah, there's been a lot of shooting and no story progression.
Yeah, not really much to say on the story front this time round, is there?
No, we just know that we're going to be meeting Boxface.
Yep, he's definitely been foreshadowed, and we know that we're probably going to be not just Chainsaw Man, but also Spider Legs again at some point.
They're all going to be there, but no story.
You sound very disappointed about this.
I'm very disappointed. You said there were going to be more answers.
Like I say, that last chapter that we've just done before this one, we got some then. And
really? You thought so?
Well, there was more story progression, wasn't there?
That still didn't make sense.
It's coming up, I promise you. I've said this now, what for?
Okay. I mean, I don't know why we're in a church of all places. I know we found an article about it, but it was very abrupt.
Well, I think we're going to be heading in that direction, and you'll have to find out what awaits us there until then.
Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please like, subscribe, share the video, and comment down below if you want to discuss anything with us. And we'll see you for the next episode, where I'm sure there'll be more crazy things going on.
Until next time.
Bye!
Bye!